well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. How's everybody doing? Good? Weekend all right? Everybody got good rest so we can continue on with our journey through Algebra 2? Let's go. Let's go. Warm-up 99's on the screen. You should be able to do all of them by yourself. Number 1 says rewrite each expression. Part A is 3 to the negative 4. Part B is 1/4 to the negative 3. And part C is 3 square root 3. Number 2, it says if x to the third times x to the fifth is the same as x to the 3 plus 5, which is x to the 8, then rewrite 2 to the x minus 5. And number 3, rewrite 125 to the 2/3. And then they give us for number 4 a right triangle. It's upside down, and but the hypotenuse they give us is 13, and the other two sides are 5 and 12. And they want us to focus on angle A. Angle A. And number 5 says copy the unit circle. Now, does it say anything else to do? No, just copy it, and we'll go from there. All right, I'll give you some time for that. Copy and go. And by the way, students, unit circle, students. Let's go. All right, check with the neighbors, see what they got for the warm-up, please. They should be done by now. Let's see, number 1A, what'd you get, Mario? 1A? Help her out, Kevin. Okay. Ninel, what'd you get? 1A? 1/81. Hands if you got that. That is correct. About 1B, Pablo. 64 is correct. 1C, Nicholas. Square root 27, that is correct. Number 2, 2 to the x minus 5 is 2 to the x over 32. Is that correct? Yeah? Number 3, we need to rewrite this first, those of you that are struggling with this one. 125 to the 1/3 times 2. Oh, let it go, let it go. So, 125 to the 1/3 becomes cube root of 125. And then outside, in a parentheses, we put the exponent of 2. So what number times itself 3 times gives us 125? 5. What is 5 to the second? 25. All right, let's go to the trig functions. Let's see. Sine angle B. What'd you get for sine angle B? Male. Oh, my bad. Sine angle A. My bad, my bad. Yeah, I did that to see if you were paying attention. 5/13, let's see, angle A is right here, 5/13, yes, that is correct. Pass someone? Cosine angle A. Leo, okay. What'd you get, Leo? Well, it's right there. Cosine is the adjacent over hypotenuse. So which side is adjacent to angle A? 12 over, what is the hypotenuse? The longest side is the hypotenuse. 13, thank you. Tangent angle A. Pass someone? 5/12, let's see. Opposite over adjacent. That is correct. Let's go. So, unit circle. I just said to copy it. Right now, I'm not even going to introduce anything. The only thing I do want you to do is that all day, every day, when we do the warm-up, you need to set this up, and you need to know where each part goes. Now, let me show you an easy way to remember this. Ready? Here you go. First thing you do, you draw your circle, draw a radius, which is there, and then you drop a line down, and here it forms a what? 90-degree angle. I labeled it. Do you guys see that? All right, and the very first point, this one, is square root 3 over 2, comma 1/2. But notice both of them are what? Positive, because they are in quadrant 1. Are we there? Now, I'm going to reflect these in red to the other side over here. So if we reflect them, the y value doesn't change. The x value changes because instead of being positive here, now it's going to be what? Negative on the other side. But if you notice, it's the same values. Is everybody following? Yeah? From here, check this out. If we reflect this point down here, notice that the y value up here is positive because it's up here, but now the y value is going to be down here, so it becomes what? Negative, and the x stays the same. And then you reflect this one this way, and these two were negative, so now one of them, which is the x, has to be the positive and the other one negative. It's the same value, it just changes with the sign. So what am I saying? That you need to memorize at least these three, and then just reflect them, and reflect them, and changing the sign. So, I'm assuming, that by Thursday you're going to have this memorized. Let me repeat that again. By Thursday, you're going to have it memorized. And I don't know if you guys noticed that I haven't been taking back a lot of the home plate anymore. But what have I been increasing now? Pop parties, right? Because I'm assuming that you're practicing on your own. Yes? All right. So, Friday's coming. Just giving you a heads up. All right. Copy the agenda for today. Here we go. Agenda for today, warm-up number 99. We're still on logarithmic functions, but today we're going to introduce properties. And tonight's home plate sheet 16.1, numbers 1 through 12. All only, since you guys have all the time in the world. Are you guys working? Some of you working already? Okay, good. You guys aren't still working yet? My goodness, get a job. Come on. Mickey D's is hiring, I think, right? You guys go apply already? No? You're like, I don't want to work. You guys are funny. All right? All right, so the play sheet 16.1 is in Canvas, so if you go to Canvas to Logarithmic Functions module, it's in there. However, it's also there. It's only 12 problems. Okay? We're no longer doing whatchamacallit graphs. We're moving on to that. All right. Get a Cornell note ready, please. You don't need a Ferrer model today. And our objective for today, I can simplify log functions. Leo, tell Humberto how to set up Cornell. All right, our objective for today, I can simplify logarithmic functions. Do we need a Ferrer model for log functions? No, because we know what they are, right? Right. All right, tell your neighbor the definition of logarithmic functions. Tell your neighbor. All right. Good conversations. I think Vince got it. He was looking through his notes and I caught him. Daniel, help him out. Yes, inverse of exponentials. That is correct. Logs are the inverse. That's why we started with exponential, and then logs go the other way. All right. So we don't need this, right? No. Did we cover this? Yes. Copy this one, please. Make a table, 3 columns. Leave plenty of space to do work for the top 3. Copy that, please. I'll give you some time. All right. So these 3 that I'm going to go over, these are not the properties for today. These are basically foundational stuff that we already covered for logs, and this is pretty much Algebra 1 stuff. And these are something that I call obvious things that you should know. Kind of like this. Let's say I invite all of you to the beach. We go to OB and Ocean Beach, for those of you that don't know, and we start a fire, a big fire. And I tell you, please don't jump over the fire because you might fall in the fire. Isn't that obvious? Well, guess what some of you are going to do? Oh my goodness. Yes, don't jump over the fire. Okay, with these, this is something that you should know. This is natural stuff. Here goes the first one. Ready? Let's see. If you notice, this we already did last week. So the first thing we do, we set it equal to y. Set it equal to y. So we do y equals log base b, and the number given is b, but now to the n power. But if I was to ask you to continue solving from there, what would be my next step? My next step would be what? To write b to the what? To the y equals to b to the m. So what is our answer? Y equals m. Now check this out. By looking at this, we can see that an obvious thing is that if the base is the same as the number given, then the answer would be just the exponent on that number. Is that correct? So without doing any work, tell you never the answer for this. Tell you never the answer for that one. The answer is 4. Humberto said 4. Hands if you got that. Incorrect. Y equals 4. Y equals 4. Copy that, please. Okay. Let's go to the next one. What do we do here, everyone? Set it equal to what? Y equals log base b to get the number b. Continue from there, Zachary. B to the y equals b. Okay. Therefore, y equals what, everyone? What is an invisible exponent there? 1. That is correct. So let's see. What is the second obvious thing that we should see? That if the log has the base the same as that number, and the number does not have an exponent, then the answer is 1. So look at that one. What is log 2? 2. Tell your neighbor, please. All right. Let's see what you get, Kevin. Okay, help him out, Mario. Y equals 1. That is correct. Copy that. Let's go to the last one. Let's do this one together. Everyone. Y equals log base b to get the number 1. Next, b to the y equals 1. You're like, uh-oh. Aren't we supposed to have the same base? Okay, so let's see. B to the y equals b to the what gives us 1. Tell your neighbor, please. B to the what gives us 1. Or let me say it in a different way. Base to what exponent will give us 1? Oh, Jehu, go. Did you set him up, Leo? Okay, Justin, help him out. Kevin, you got it? Close. Fatima. 0. That is correct. Any number to the 0 exponent is 1. So what can we conclude? That whenever they give us a log with a base and then the number is 1, the answer is y equals to 0. That's why this one, look at it, doesn't matter the base, but what is the number given? 1, so the answer is 0. So those are things to think about, something that you need to identify as we go along the way, okay? Once again, these are not the properties that we're going to introduce today. This is just stuff that you should know by now. Fairly simple, yes? All right. Y'all ready for the first property? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Here we go. First property called the product property of logarithms. Copy that, please. Log base b m times n is the same as log base b m plus log base b n. Or vice versa. You can write it like this. Log base b to the m plus log base b to the n is the same as log base b m times n. All right, so let's see once again. If I was to give you a log with base b and a number, and then you add another log with the same base and a different number, all you have to do is write it as one log, and the two numbers, you take them and you multiply them together. That's what they mean when they're side by side. That's basically the property. So let's see it in action, yes? Example 1. Copy that. It says, express each expression as a single logarithm, simplify if possible, and then after that we're going to solve. But those are the first two things that you should do. Express the expression as a single logarithm, simplify if possible. So example 1 is log base 2 to get 8 plus log base 2 to get 16. Just copy it. I'll go over it so you guys can see it in action. And basically it's very simple. So simple you guys are going to be like, that's it? That's it. All right? All right, writing utensils down, look up to the screen. Thank you. All right, here it goes. Here goes the property. It says, if we have two logs of the same base, do we have two logs of the same base? Yes, Mr. Q, and you're just paying attention. Here it goes. Is this the same as this base? Yes, we only write it as 1, log base 2. So what do we do with the two numbers? If it's addition, we take 8 times 16. We multiply the numbers. So notice we wrote both of them as 1. Before you copy, look. Log base 2, 8 times 16, it's 128. Do we know what to do from there? Yes, Mr. Q. Set it equal to y. 2 to the y equals 128. 2 to the y equals 2 to the something. So let's see. 128 divided by 2, that's 64. 64 divided by 2, that's 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, y equals 7. Copy that. Woo! Let's go! Let's go. All right, let's see. As you finish copying, they gave us log base 2 to get the number 8 plus log base 2 to get the number 16. And we notice it's what? Addition, yes? So what do? Since we have the same log, we wrote it as one log. And we took the two numbers and we multiplied them. That's how we got 128. But now that we have log base 2, 128, the next step, because we already did this and this, right? The next step to solve, we set it equal to y. And then the rest is history. Bring the 2 to the y equals 128. 2 to the y, 128 in base 2 is 2 to the 7, so y equals 7. Yeah? From 1 to 5, how comfortable do you feel? 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, 4, 5, 4, 5. Let's do another one. Yeah? Here you go. Copy this one. Example 1Q. You don't need the instructions anymore. Just copy the logs. Log 3 to get 3 plus log 3 to get 81. All right, let's see. Get me started, please. Edwin, go. What do I write? Log what? Log 3. 3 times 81. That is correct. So, log 3. 3 times 81 is what? 243. Yes, that is correct. Continue from there. I think Leo's got it. Leo, go. What do I do next? Make it equal to y, and then? 3 to the y equals 243. Okay, continue, Jehu. 3 to the y equals 3 to the what? You're working on that? Okay, we'll wait for Yahoo. Here we go. All right, let's see. For those of you that got stuck, once again, 243 divided by 3. Didn't we multiply 3 times 81 to get 243? So it would be what? 81. And 81 divided by 3 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taylor, do you get that? Yeah? All right. So y equals 5. Hands if you got that. All right, from 1 to 5, how comfortable do you feel with this? Okay, let's do one more. See if you can do this next one completely by yourself. Here we go, example 1 super Q. Log 6, 12 plus log 6, 18. Copy that and go. All right, get me started. Marco, go. What do I write? Log 6. Twelve times 18, thank you. Log 6, 12 times 18 is what? 216? Yes? All right, continue from there, Jessica, go. Set it equal to y, yes, thank you. And then you said 6 to the y equals 216. That is correct. Then we got 6 to the y equals 6 to the something. What is that exponent, Fatima? To the third. So y equals 3. And let's find out. 216 divided by 6. 6 times 36 is 216, and 36 divided by 6 is 6, so there's 3 of them, and that's how we get that. From 1 to 5, how comfortable do you feel with this? Yes? Okay. So once again, what have we been doing? We've been adding logs of the same base. What have we been doing? Adding logs of the same base. And what do we do to those numbers? We multiply. That's why it's called the product property of logs. So we're done with those. That was what? Addition. What do you think we're going to do next? Subtraction. That is correct. So if for addition we multiplied, what do you think we're going to do for subtraction? Divide. That is correct. Copy this, please. Quotient property of logarithms, we got log base b m over n, which is log base b m minus log base b n, or vice versa. If they give us two logs of the same base and two different numbers and we subtract them, then we write it as one log and dividing the two numbers. Copy that? All right, so once again, if they give us two logs that have the same base and it's subtraction, what do we do with the two numbers? We divide them. Okay, how does that look? Example 2. Copy that? You don't have to copy the instructions, you already have them. And it's log base 2 to get 8 minus log base 2 to get 32. Log base 2 to get 8 minus log base 2 to get 32. Now your brain should be already setting this up as one log. So let's see. Do we have the same base? Yeah, so we just write it as log base 2. That's one log. So what do we do with the numbers? Zachary. So what do I write? 8 over 32. That is correct. That's division. Okay. Now before we get to solving, can I simplify that fraction? Look at it. Can I simplify the fraction? Yes, Mr. Q. What is that divided by 8 and that divided by 8? Log base 2 to the 1/4. Do we know what to do from there? Yeah, continue, Nicholas. Y equals to y, yes, bless you. Continue. 2 to the y equals 1/4, bless you. Do we need to have the same base? Yes. 2 to the y equals 1 to the 2 to the what? To the second power. Then we do the reciprocal. So 2 to the y equals 2 to the negative 2. Therefore, y equals negative 2. So what do you guys notice? On this one we divide. On the previous one we did what? Multiply. But everything else is the same. Okay? From 1 to 5, how comfortable you feel with this one? 1 to 5? 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, let's do another one. Ready? Example 2Q. See if you can do this next one by yourself. Log 4, 128 minus log 4, 8. Log 4, 128 minus log 4, 8. Copy that and go. I'll give you some time. All right, get us started, please. Humberto, what do I write? ¿Mande? Okay, pues ahora sí. Log 4. 128. 8. Hands, have you got that? All right. Can we simplify this before we go to the next step? Let's find out. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. Let's see if it works. 128 divided by 8. That's 1, 8, 4, 8, 6. So this is 16. So this is log base 4, 16. All right. Continue, Mel. Equal to y. Continue. 4 squared. Okay, so you just brought the 16. So y equals 2. Hands, have you got that? That is correct. So, from 1 to 5, both properties, how do you feel with these? 5 4s, 5 4s, yes? Okay. So, we still have time. So I'm going to go back to the home plate. Get a blank sheet of paper out. There's a home plate. I'm going to leave it on the screen so you can get started. And I'm going to stop the recording here. Those of you that are watching online, if you're absent, go to Canvas so you can get the play sheet there. Or if you're watching the video, then just pause it here so you can do the practice. All right? Have a good one. Peace.